All right, hello and welcome everybody back to the stream. I'm Yoursimcfi and I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. Today we're going to be flying from Montreal to Moncton. Please do not pay attention to GSX doing GSX things. We're just going to move you back over there, and that can never happen. This stream is going to be dedicated to Mr. Mickety Mike to do Moncton Mondays with us. If he watches this, that is. Hopefully he does. And we have a full, basically, Moncton Mondays is a VATSIM event. So we'll be flying into Moncton Airport, where it should be hopefully fully staffed by the time we get there. That's the plan and the hope. And so that's what we're going to be doing. I want to say thank you to all the channel members, the guys who support me every single month. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. And then also to the channel partners, you guys can check them out in the channel description. Got a bunch of discount codes you guys can use. Contra discount code, Fly Too High discount code on all their sceneries. Pimax discount code. We're having Simworkshop is being brought on as a new discount code soon. We don't have it just yet, but it will be code CFI and code Yoursimcfi depending on the product you're buying. So Simworkshop will have a discount code as well. But take a look in the description. You guys can save a bunch of money on there and stuff like that. All down there for you. So thank you for that. On hardware side of things, we're using the Wing Control PAP3 autopilot panel. It's basically the 737 autopilot panel as my autopilot panel for the CRJ with a Mobi flight profile. We're using the Honeycomb Bravo with the Pro Desk Sim CRJ throttle kit, which I do have a discount code for Pro Desk Sim if you want, code CFI on any of their stuff. Pro Desk Sims make some cool things for the Honeycomb. And then lastly, well, not lastly, second or thirdly, I guess, the Moza yoke, AY210 yoke with my CRJ profile. And then lastly, the Wing Control Airbus rudder pedal panel, or rudder pedals, which are very, very good pedals for this sim. And that is basically all the hardware we're going to be using. I'm going to be flying this beautiful Air Canada Express livery on the CRJ. Looks pretty decent, if I don't say so myself. I believe this is the Hughes livery, and we're in a bit of a turnaround state. The airplane's already flown today. It's kind of late in the day, so it's already going. And we're going to take it over to Moncton. Jack's welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Cheeseburger, hello. Twist says, good evening. Jack says, you think I can fit a 38 into a 37 Max? 100%. Yeah, you can do that for sure. Evening, everyone. A nice Canadian CRJ stream. That's it. We're going back to the roots of the channel. Again, please pay no attention to the ridiculously tall Norway forward over there. But yeah, this is MK Studios Montreal. We're on VATSIM. It looks pretty, like, dead for being Montreal. But we're going to go ahead and get everything set up. Let me go ahead and get the sounds on for you guys, and we'll jump in the flight deck here. As I said, the airplane's in a turnaround state, which means it's already flown today. And what we're going to go ahead and do is just kind of get it all set up for our flight, and they're ready to go. Let's see what this is. Alrighty, okay. So, come back in here. I'm just going to do this so I don't have to hear say hello every 10 seconds. And yeah, you kind of want to make sure, again, safety check wise, your breakers are all in. Nothing's going to fail in the sim, but rear world, you want to do another safety check if you just took the airplane on. Not to the fullest extent, but just run the checklist and, you know, check your breakers, safety equipment's all there. And as you do the checklist, you're just going to verify that everything is the way it is supposed to be. You know, gears down, flaps are zero, or matching position outside, nozzle steering is off, that kind of stuff. We'll say we've all done that. And now we're just going to go ahead and set up everything. So we'll go down here. We'll cycle our IRSs. Come over to the FMS, either side, whatever way you want to do. Press index, FMS control. Just make sure the FMSs are synced and on magnetic heading. Index, position. Nope, not that button. Index, position, next page. Grab the GNSS coordinate, previous, throw it in there. And you'll be good to go. Index, might as well check the rest. GNSS is enabled. IRSs are enabled. And lastly, VOR DME is enabled as well. Dominic, hello, welcome, welcome. Alex says, hello, bonjour, everyone from Montreal. I think, hello, hello, hello. I only know one swear in Montreal, or in French, not in Montreal. But we'll leave that out of the stream for now. Jack Kids, I thought it was just me with the FA standing out the fuselage. No, it is not. It is not just you. This stream is also going to serve as a bit of a what else is broken in this airplane, because Hans is making an update for this plane. So if we can get some other things that I can discover and I can let him know, that'll be great as well. So anyways, the IRSs have been initialized. We're all good to go on that front. Let's go ahead and take a look at the overhead panel here. Batteries on. External power is connected and is on. APU gen could be set to off for right now. Fire detection doesn't need to be done. That's only a first flight of day. Hydraulics or SOVs are guarded and unselected. Nav lights are on. That is all good for the lighting. Up at the middle, our fuel selection, everything is deselected. Everything's looking fine right now. Bleed air from wing anti-ice crossfeed set to normal. Bleed valves are auto. APU is off. And we don't have the air conditioning cart, so people are going to start complaining that it's getting really hot. So why don't we start the APU up so we can get the temperature controlled back there. We're not refueling currently. The refueling, we'll say, has already taken place. So with that, we can start the APU. We'll press the APU power fuel button. You get the in-bite test. These shouldn't appear until after, but anyways, the LCV's open, the door's open, gauges have appeared. We'll press the start button once the bit test is complete. I'll give you guys some Boris sounds. Boris did a fantastic job in this airplane. Beautiful sounds by Boris. Dilko says, I know you fly it real life, but for real, I could never fly it. I have trouble with descent and climb and cruise, all of it. But I can't. But I can remember the procedures. I don't know. Maybe watch the stream, fly along with us, and see if you can manage it today. I have also a bunch of videos that cover it. It's not that bad. You kind of get used to it as you go. Now, a little trick. The APU is on. The packs are giving us conditioned air now. We're selecting cold, but I'm going to leave this APU gen off still. We're going to leave the ground power connected just because it's still connected. So if I were to turn this APU gen to auto, obviously it kicks the ground power off, and now it's using APU gen. And in real life, a lot of the ground power carts, they run off this like load sensing. So after 5 minutes, if they're not under load, the ground power turns off. So if you were to have an APU maybe surge or randomly shut down on you, that goes out. You try to go click your ground power, but the ground power said, hey man, you weren't using me, and it already turned off. So it's a good idea to just kind of run it like this, and we'll leave the ground power in use currently. The APU is still on, providing air conditioning. We're just not using the electricity from it. We will have to check that later that we do use it. Anyways, continuing on, our ignition sources and starters are all deselected. Hydraulics are set the way we need them, auto off, auto for right now anyways. ELT is still armed. Oxygen is guarded. Pressurization is set for the time being. Air conditioning is set for the time being as we need it to be. Go over here. Anti-ice is all deselected. The temperature in Montreal, it's 29, so we'll keep the window heats low. If it was plus 35, we'll turn them off and then turn them on later on, but that's fine. Probes are off. And that is pretty much all good for that. Coming down the center pedestal, nothing really we have to do in a turnaround state down here. The only things we'll have to do, you shouldn't even have to do this in a turnaround state, but we'll redo the stab trim, mock trim, and because we realigned our IRS, that the yaw damper should have been kicked off, which it wasn't, but it actually is in real life, so we'll go ahead and re-click our yaw dampers. This is a bug, by the way. It doesn't show it's off, but it actually is in the sim, so make sure you click these if you do a turnaround state specifically, and I have mentioned that to Hans numerous times, so hopefully he'll be able to fix that. Alright, well, with that all done, let's go to the flight plan section. We're going to import our OFP. I think my nav data actually, first of all, is not up to date. Oh, it is. Sweet. Flight plan. We're not going to send to the FMS. We're going to do this realistically. We don't have that function in real life. We'll press set payload and fuel. And now we'll go down. Actually, might as well do the rest of this. Let's go ahead and set payload and simulator. Dry, flap 8. We'll press set all on the speeds and get that done for us. So let's go ahead and say we'll do a captain pilot flying leg from the left seat today. So we're going from CYUL. It's going to be over to CYQM. The alternate is going to be Halley. I should install that scenery actually just in case. But Halifax, CYHZ, where 7995 is the flight number. Our first waypoint is going to be Suxet, whatever how do you say that? SUXET. So the way we type in the flight plan, by the way, guys, in the RJ, it's origin, destination, alternate, you know, flight number, then all the waypoints, and then the SIDS and stars. If you do that in real life, you have no you only have the discontinuities where the discontinuities should be, and nothing else. Then we're direct NOVUN. And we're going to SRAM, ESRAM. We're going to Rabbit. And then the Q951 airway. And that's going to be over to Pucks Up. Pucks Up. Nope. Right there. And then that's it. Enter. Then it's direct Moncton. So I'll put CYQM at the end of it. And it doesn't take it. Alright, we'll press execute. It should take that in real life. Let's see if it has a VOR real quick. Maybe it'll take a VOR. No, there's no VOR. Okay, well, it should in real life have that ability to put CYQM at the end. I don't know why it can't, but that is a bug. So I'll let them know about that. We already got one. If you guys want to make a list, put you can't add the airport to the flight plan page. I'll know what it means. Performance page, we are loaded with 8,800 pounds of gas. Now, again, guys, I've mentioned this in probably every stream that I've ever talked about, but in real life, this fuel number will automatically tick down once the engines start. It doesn't account for APU usage. So with 8,850, in real life, I probably would have put 8,800. And by the time we pushed and everything, I might have to even go back and fix that, but we'll say 8,800 for now. It doesn't do that in the sim, but we'll keep it real. Keep it real. Flight level 370. The alternate cruise flight level of 15,000. And then we have a 0 fuel weight, 64,075. Insert that. This number plus this number equals that number. 400 pounds minus this after taxi is roughly your gross takeoff weight, or your estimated takeoff weight. So, we have 7 degrees above ISA. I'll do this FMS setup, and I'll check all your comments, by the way, guys. Sorry, I'll just run through this quicker. I've got plus 31, plus 33 on the tailwind, and plus 47 on the tail. That's nice. Execute that. Our reserve is 1644. Estimated time of departure is going to be 0030. Make sure that makes sense. No, it's going to be earlier than that. Let's do 15. Execute that. Performance, we're going to put in our flex temperature here. So we'll press takeoff and landing. Montreal, flap 8, 24 left, flex 48. We'll insert 48 there. VNAV, next page. And now in real life, it spits out an N1 of 80, what is it? 82.2. I would cross-reference that with the TLR, but we don't have that in the sim, so we're just going to say that VNAV, or that thrust setting is good. We have no way of checking it in the sim. Cruise speed's going to be 251/0.78. Execute that. Next page, 4-degree descent. That's what we want. Radio page, auto. Don't have a squawk just yet. Let's see if anybody's online. There is nobody online. We'll leave 2,000. Next page, we are JZA7995. Goes in there. MFD menu, we're going to be flying from the left side, so VNAV on the left. I'll have missed approach as well. Right side I'll have just on. Flight plan, copy active. Flight plan, copy active. And that is the FMS setup completed. In this case, the first officer, because the captain inputted it, the first officer would run and go through all of that on their side and make sure that all looks good and is all ready to go. So I'll get to your comments here. So I've been missing a couple of these. Your sim froze. Uh-oh. Sentenza, welcome. Said, hey, what do you say? What you saying, fam? Sorry. Like I'm Because like I'm used to the VNAV and stuff. Yeah, VNAV in the RJ in real life is pretty bad. We don't use VNAV too much. A lot of them don't have it. Only the NGs have them. So today we're not using the VNAV. We'll show you guys how we descend. Mr. Universe, hello, welcome. Madison Medic, hello. CRJ, the king is back. I don't know about that, but appreciate you being here. Jack says 5 more days until I hop on one of these. Yeah, man, you're gonna hopefully enjoy it. Hopefully you get upgraded. Swordfish. Hey, so the time being, is it still good plane to fly? Learning on it, still need a work in progress. It is very much a work in progress in 2024. In 2020, it's still decent, from my knowledge. But to learn this airplane, I know what it should do and what it should not do. So I have the ability of saying that's a bug or not. To learn it, you can still do it, but it's going to be a bit of a tricky learning curve because it might screw you over without you even doing anything wrong. That's the only problem with that. Gas? Uh-oh, jet fuel. JetKit says, what about the flex time capability? It says invalid input. It shouldn't. The only time it does that, I find some people have their iPad EFB set to Fahrenheit. Make sure it's set to Celsius, and that should make it work. That's usually the old bug. I think it's in here, right there. Make sure this is set to Celsius, and your flex temp should work. If it's set to Fahrenheit, you'd have to convert this number into Fahrenheit, which is not how that works in real world. I'm pretty sure it should be Celsius in the real air and all the real airplanes. I'm pretty sure. Hey, we got Chris Foster. Welcome. Thanks so much for subscribing. Appreciate you, my friend. Dom says joining a Ruse 321, and there's Dom that just popped in. Perfect. Adam says, do we know if they're working on an update? We do know they are working on an update. We're actually gonna get some fixed things, and we're also gonna get some new things to the CRJ, which I don't think I can say on stream. We're gonna have new abilities in the CRJ, specifically something around the FMS area. Tucker, hello. Tucker says, boo, what a bad flight. Before this, I was going to do a Milwaukee stream because I had some people request it, and I will do it tomorrow. But Mr. Aviation Bros mentioned it was Moncton Monday, so I kind of want to fly Moncton Monday. You know how it is. Anyways, let's get back to your comments here. You guys are going nuts over here. I can't even read fast enough. I hope I get upgraded too. My dad's gold for Delta, so I have a chance. There you go, my friend. Nico, hello. What rule do you use for reference for the climb and cruise speeds and you inputted? That's always our default at the my airline that I fly with. 280.77 is what we normally do. If it's a hotter day or we're running late, I might go 290 or 320 on the climb. And then our descents, we always target 290 knots or 74, 290 knots in the descent at 3,000 feet per minute idle thrust. Those are just our normal profiles that we target. But you'll see that in the descent when we do those. That's a good question. My coffee says, so better 24? So but 24 better? No, 2020 is better coffee, but 24 will be getting better as soon as they have the native build ready to go. Minus Fahrenheit Celsius. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Jet. Like and sub. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that, my friend. Weren't you liking sub for a while? No, maybe not. Swordfish says, good to know. Love the plane. Are you currently working with the team on the update? I half am and not. There's nothing for me to help with right now. They don't have a beta build version ready for us just yet, so they're just kind of still working on stuff. But I will be definitely involved in it for sure. This is MK. Yeah, we'll be doing it tomorrow, my friend. Currently flying the Southwest SWS PC-12. Oh, the Skyward Sim or something. I forgot how slow turboprops are. They are, yeah, they're incredibly slow. They are. Well, let's go ahead. It's getting dark out here. We'll put the logo lights on as it's getting dark. We're going to go down here and put our caution messages to the dim mode as well, so we don't get a master caution blaring in our face. Let's also go ahead and set up a little bit of our lights over here, over there, and over there. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get our PFDs all set up. Let me check really sure there's no, yeah, there's still no Montreal Center online. So Montreal departure is 5,000 feet. Runway heading 24 left, a heading of 237. Like so. We're flying from the left, so the flight director stays to the left. That's perfect. We need an MDA. Before I do that, we're going to press the B button. I'll set my altimeter. There we go. 008. So MDA, the reason we set an MDA, I know a lot of you guys know is MDA is your minimum descent altitude for IFR stuff, but we use it as that, but also our level off or acceleration altitude in real life. So it's 1,000 above airport elevation, or about 100, 110 or so off. We'll do 1120. So once we hit 1120, I'm going to stop climbing and pitching for V2 plus 10, and I'm going to start pitching towards the VT speed. So the nose is going to come down. We're going to accelerate towards 199, and that all happens around 1120. We don't go climb thrust at 1120. We go climb thrust once where flaps are 0, and we'll do the whole procedure for you guys. It's not kind of like the Airbus, a little different. So that's all set up. Let's go ahead and put the APU from off to auto. We will disconnect or just deselect the ground power switch. Come down here, our hydraulic 3A pump can be turned on. Our seat belts can be turned on. Let's quickly get an elevation at Moncton. So index database CYQM elevation of 232. We'll set our pressurization to 240. 1, 2, 3, hopefully. Let's see where I got. 300. Nope. 1, 2, 3. 240. Perfect. That's this panel all set up, ready to go. We'll go ahead and leave this on the doors page, and we'll hold. And I think GSX is still... They finish up? I think they finished up. So let's go over here. Aircraft. Let's go ahead and close. The parking brake is set. So we'll disconnect the ground power, disconnect the shocks. There we go. So doors are all closed, including the flight deck door and this hatch up here. You want to check that one as well. Alrighty. Fuel pumps 1, 2. Beacon light. I'm going to hold the beacon, actually. I'm going to get GSX all set up before I start doing some beacon-y stuff. The beacon notifies ground crew they can't approach the aircraft, and also other aircraft that you're pushing back. So before we do that, let's get our pushback actually set up. And we'll also get on the frequency. I think it's 19.9 around here. Oops, I want to copy that. Pretty sure it's 19.9. I'm just going to check. .CPAD. CYUL. 19.9 it is. Perfect. Currently flying, I stay away from 24 as long as possible, and MSN has let keep for another year. I stay away from 24. Oh, 2024. Yeah, that's fair. I love 2024. There's no point to me to fly any other sim, in my opinion. No, I did not see the 100-foot pass. It's probably that guy. You know what I didn't do? I'm being a maroon right now. Flight plan departure arrival, Montreal 5, 24 left, execute, departure arrival, no star. We'll plug in our approach later on when we get a little closer. So flight plan copy active, flight plan copy active. I'm like, I know I'm missing something here. Now it makes sense.
Radio check.
5x5, Brewski. Probably shouldn't say Brewski on the VATSIM network. Let's set up our clock here. So mode, GPS, ET. We're good to go in there. All right, we're gonna go straight back. This is what normally happens in CRJ land. Before we release the parking brake, I'll give you a quick little brief of what's going to happen. So we have a flight director left. The clocks are 0 to White Needles course 237 with a heading of 237 set. Lev off 1120, 5,000 feet. Alt cell and their nav 1 and 2 is auto. Squawking 2,000. HFP is not set. This is our HUD control panel. I don't use the HUD in the sim because it's not really that great, but you'd set your elevation of the runway, length of the runway here, and you can do all that if you're so inclined, but I don't think it even affects the HUD in the sim, so we're not going to touch that. We'll say it's good to go. And then a briefing topic here. Let me go ahead and get the Montreal 5 chart out, and we'll go ahead and go through that with you guys really quickly. Alrighty, so before I get into that, It's going to be runway 24 left, flap 8, flex rolling bleeds open. The NTS ignition is not required, and the minute visibility, it's VFR and beautiful. We're going to be conducting the Montreal 5 departure, which is 10-3, and then it's effective 7th of August. Runway 24 left is going to be heading at 237, hours assigned. Vectors en route, 5,000 for the jet. Noise is no turns below 3,000 feet in Montreal. And if you guys want to know where that is, you go press taxi. Actually, it's probably in ref, actually. Noise abatement. That one. Next one. This is a bit more realistic stuff right here. Turboprop and piston-powered aircraft. Maximum rate of climb assigned to 3,000. Turbojet, turbofan, that's us. Procedure, 1 or 2. Assigned heading to 3,000 feet or maximum rate of climb. So basically no turns below 3,000, and we're going to be holding that VT speed up to 3,000 to try to get up as high as possible before we turn. So that's where that information can be found in reference. And it's all there. Engine up procedure upon reaching 1120, it's just straight ahead. So easy on the engine up procedure as well. Okay, you guys are briefed. Cool. Let's do the rest of this. Beacon light on. I swear in real life we don't go this quick. I'm just doing this because it's flight simulator. Beacon light on. The transponder to number 1. Park and brake off. Alrighty. So the FO usually starts depending on the operator. We'll go ahead and do that. And we're cleared to start, starting right. Alright, you get the right engine start message, you'd start the clock. Maybe? Okay, whatever. We'll say we did it. We're looking for under 120 ITT and a 20% of the N2. 20%. Below 120, add the fuel. The bleed should not kick back up like they just did, or the pack, sorry, but they do. Tell GSX that's far enough.
And Montreal traffic, Rouge 24 is going to be taxiing 24 left. The west apron, east apron, Alpha 7 for 24 left. Montreal.
Montreal traffic, Jazz 7995. Once we're all ready, we're gonna be following that guy. I love being unprofessional at that. I shouldn't say that. But anyways, Windows 10 for another year? No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, let's go and start our left engine. So starter cutout number 2. Start number 1. Engine start message. Start our timer. Start our time. It should work on the first click. I shouldn't have to double click that. Anyway, same thing. We're below 120 on the ITT while starting, and then 20%. Go ahead and add that. Awesome. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I wish this guy can... Okay, good. He's going away. So, put that back on legs page, legs page. We'll do our after starts. We'll check our electric page to make sure the gens have switched over from the AP to the engines, which they have. In that case, we'll turn the APU off. The aft cargo to conditioned air. Probes on, and we see they have the tow bar right there, so that means we can check our rudder. We're gonna go full left, full right. Perfect. Go back to the stat page. Everything is good there. Nose steering on. He has the 3 pins in his, actually he has 1 pin in his hand, but anyways, he has the pin in his hand. Bye bye, give him a salute. See you later, buddy boy. And we're all ready to go. Hell without borders. Is that that CRJ? It is. It is. Getter said just bought the Boris audio pack for the CRJ the other day, and man, those sounds that make this airplane worth it. Dude, the sounds that Boris did for this are fantastic. I get like I get flashbacks from work when I hear me turn on the runway. Those groove runway sounds. Really good. We'll take the park and brake off. The airplane should start rolling on its own weight at this weight, which it does, on its own power, I should say. And we'll do a nice little just sweeping right-hand turn here. I had a weird bug a few days ago flying the 550 where both my engines failed to start, but I restarted the flight sim and it went back normal. That's weird. I don't know. Who makes the CRJ? Old plane or still in production? It was Bombardier, but now it is Mitsubishi. They do not make them anymore. I believe they still make parts, but that is about it. That's an amazing sound. That little sound was really spot on. Let me actually taxi this properly and not look at it, but yeah, that was really, really good. Guys, I got some good news. Your boy CFI over here has just recently got... let's stop our timer real quick. Just recently got partnered with Next Level Racing. So we are going to be putting together a flight deck seat. So we'll be able to showcase a lot more gear to you properly. I'm going to be maybe off streaming for a little bit because I'm going to have to take some time to kind of design my whole new layout. But we'll be able to do DCS a lot better. I'll be able to show you the brand new Moza F18 panel, and we also have wing control setting theirs to compare. So we'll be able to compare those two for you guys in a lot better of a setup than I have right now. So thank you to Next Level Racing if they ever even hear or watch this. And we'll be getting affiliate codes and all that stuff for you guys to use as well. So there's some really cool stuff coming up soon on this channel. Hopefully it'll be done by next month, but we'll see. Managed to get with Delta Wings CRJ. They haven't. So yeah, I've already spoken with Delta Wings. I actually did a 3-hour phone call with them on Discord. I did a full flight with them. I did Toronto Montreal, and we just went through every single bug that I can possibly find. I don't know if he made a list of things I found, but I definitely was helping them. I haven't heard back since, so hopefully they're able to use that and fix it. Love the tire scuff marks you made when you turned to the title. Yeah, nice little touch. CRJ looks cool. I think it does too. The beauty of flight sim, things that work for this one doesn't work for another. That's it. Who can predict when that's going to happen? That's a very accurate sound. Very, very well done. All right, well, we're out for our final taxi here to the runway, so there's no ATC, and we're just a straightaway. So we'll go ahead and do our flap 8 before takeoff. So we'll get our flap 8 set there. Make sure it worked. It did work. Auto crossflow to manual. Flight control page, we're going to go full left, full right, neutral, full down, full up. That's the other way around. Oh no, I said that
Montreal
correctly.
traffic, Rouge 24 is going to be lighting up runway 24 left, Montreal.
We would check the number, the N1s. We'll say those look a little low, to be honest. I'm going to do 42. There we go. It's going to be runway 24 left on the Montreal 5,000 feet. So we're all good to go on that. Oh, guess we should turn taxi light on. It's kind of useless anyways, but we'll do it properly. Sauceman, you're putting in work for us simmers. I have grown in the CRJ because of you. Been a bus guy since forever. Well, thanks, Jack Kid. Appreciate that. Yeah, everyone starts with the Airbus because it's kid can use it, but it's nice to see people getting into the harder aircraft, the more difficult airplanes. There's Mr. Dom.
Montreal traffic, Rouge 24 is going to be departing 24 left on the Montreal flag departure. Montreal traffic.
Make sure to check out Dom's channel. I think it's called It's Dominic on YouTube. We'll go a little faster here. 13 knots in the sim looks really fast, actually. It doesn't look all that fast in real world. Will devs would maybe add a setting on the tablet where you can change the dual FMC setup to a single FMC setup? Not Aerosoft, maybe Delta Wings. I think broke down Hans, and he'll be putting a tablet on the right seat as well, so you'll have that. But no, Aerosoft is not going to be doing that. Bye, Dom.
Montreal traffic, I can at 301, departing runway 24 right, Montreal 5, depart for
specifically the 72, exactly. Yeah, the 72 is beautiful. I'm going to do the 727 stream tomorrow, guys. We're doing Milwaukee to Philly. We'll probably do the turn. Or maybe we'll do a different airport. We'll do Milwaukee to somewhere else, but we'll be doing the 727 tomorrow. I know my name has kid in it, but I'm an old fart. You're all good. I just meant that everybody starts on the Airbuses because, you know, they're very simple in terms of other aircraft you can get into. Now, in real life, we would have got an LDF, a load final, a long time ago that would have gave us our trim value. I'll just go ahead and set that in. 6.2 is kind of low, but we'll set it. Start at whoa, it's a little touchy. Start adding our brakes. Can't wait till Wing Control sends us their tiller. We're gonna be checking that out soon as well. Montreal traffic, Jazz 7995, line up runway 24 left Montreal. How fast are you going? Who knows? Been rocking the L1011 last week or so. Shot an NDB approach. Ooh, I gotta get back to the L1011 as well. I haven't touched that in a while. Into Kai Tak yesterday. I think it's so much fun to fly. Yeah, I prefer the 7.2 of the L10. The L10's a little too automatic for my liking. But it is a beauty. I gotta get back in that airplane as well. Sacktown, I can't comment on that. All right, let's go do our lineup. So we're clear left, and we'll say we're clear on the right. Takeoff config is okay. We'll get the lineup checks, strobe, wind inspection because it is nighttime. These are all acknowledged. We'll press the stat button so they get boxed up. My view seems like off. Let me fix this really quickly. Probably not a good time to do it on runway. Come on, Chase Plane, don't do this to me, my friend. Come on. Come on, Chase Plane. Be nice. I know. I know. I know. It's only a 50-90. I know. It's difficult for you. Most operators dictate if you have a HUD in the airplane, you have to use it. So if you want, we can use it. It's up to you guys. I don't personally like it in the sim. 24 left is verified. Turn my cameras on here. Hopefully they're still facing the right direction. Kind of. This is the ProDesk Sim CRJ throttle set right there. And then the Moza yoke over here. Alright, we got takeoff. 24 left verified, lights on, lineup checklist is great to go. Montreal traffic, it's Jazz 7995 rolling, 24 left. It's going to be a east departure. Alright, get your flex emojis in chat. Get these engines stabilized 70 to 75 N1. And then we go 1 and 2 clicks into toga thrust mode, which is actually flex. Listen to these sounds. Thrust set. Amazing. 80 knots is checked. V1, rotate. Gear up. Speed mode. Climb 168. We'll go nav mode for the time being. FMS1 captured. I'll take that thing away. Okay, there goes our 1120, so I'm going to start nosing down. I'm going to use this flight director sync button I have mapped here. Actually, wait, it's actually mapped to my push-to-talk, so maybe I'm not going to do that. But I have a video on flight director sync at what it does. We'll just scroll it up manually here. About 200. Flap 1. Flap 0. Climb thrust. And we'll do the after takeoffs. Alrighty. Well, while we're doing that, quickly gonna jump down here. Gonna go direct Suckek. I don't think that worked. Oh, it did work. Alright. We'll go ahead and do the autopilot engaged. And we'll grab our lights. Actually, get that off first. Lights, reversers. And we're good to go. No one else is here. Let's go ahead and say we're going to climb up higher. And it didn't react fast enough, but that's fine. Didn't react nowhere near fast enough. That's okay. We're just going to go all the way up to 37,000 feet. This is also a bug. We'll just go direct Sussex. That way it'll actually capture the nav properly. 37,000 is set and confirmed. Heading sync. And we are on our way, everybody. We are on our way. Takeoff procedure gets a little messy, but as long as you follow gear up, speed mode, heading or nav, depending on the departure you're doing, get to level off, accelerate to VT, V2 plus 12, flap 1, VT minus 15, flap 0, climb thrust, get the afters if you can get them, if you can squeeze them in. If you're single pilot, it's a little hard to do. But the autopilot really helps. So through 600 feet, you can engage the autopilot in this airplane. So if you're flying this single pilot on VATSIM, you're not used to it, throw the autopilot on. The autopilot's a little aggressive, as you guys can see. And we are climbing at an astonishing rate. We are pretty light, though. Well, 10,000 feet's coming up, so we'll go lights off. The belts will keep on for a little bit longer, but we can let the FAs get out of their seat. And let's go ahead and check our pressurization. Everything is working quite well there. And we'll say the radios are all set, so we're good to go. Well, I'm going to hold 250. Once we're just past this cloud layer, I'm going to go ahead and accelerate. The reason I'm doing that is if I accelerate, the nose has to come down to accelerate. But I'm going to keep this 4,000 feet per minute going on just to get out of these bumps. Give the flight attendants a nicer ride, give the passengers a nicer ride. Go ahead and lower the sounds there for you guys. Is Hans ever going to do a proper 24 version? It is planned, yes. Alright, we're quite above that layer now. We're going to press vertical speed. We'll select 1,500 feet per minute, and we'll accelerate up to 280 knots. There you go. These engines are going to stay in climb thrust the whole way up. Not going to change them. Just going to vary the pitch. You could also stay in speed mode and just select 280 knots, but in real life, when you do that, the airplane not levels off, but it basically does like 500 feet a minute. And we want to keep her going up. So now we did 1,500 feet per minute, still climbing nicely, and got to 280 knots all in one shot. There's 280, just about to reach it right perfectly there. Click my speed button, climb 280. Perfect, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We are climbing away nicely. Can I get this thing to fly an RNAV approach without it overshooting every leg? And yes, that is a problem with the 2024 build, and Hans is aware of it. Brian Harris, hello, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Just can't get enough of the CRJ-900. It's absolutely hands-on. Thanks for the check ride prep videos. Keep them rolling. Thanks so much, Brian. Appreciate you stopping by. Nice meeting you at Expo as well. We're going to be doing a full CRJ tutorial series as soon as the update comes out, and if it's worthy of the series, I will restart and go right from scratch and make those first 2 parts. I'll make them again with the newest update when it does come out. I don't know when it's coming out, but whenever that may be. Nico says, still a thing where you have to click and set payload and sim button twice? I would do it just to make sure. No worries, Jet Kid. No worries. Saw your comment there. You're in the 7-3 behind? Sweet. There's transition. We're going to go and select our buttons here. Click. Standard. 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 Nice. Golden rockets away. You know what? Through 10,000, I should also grab logo and wing inspection. There we go. Don't need those through 10. My fault. Whoopsie. I'll find the RJ from LaGuardia to Halle right now. Oh, nice. That's a cool little one. What update are you talking about? Yeah, they're Hans and Aerosoft is making a CRJ native 2024 update that hopefully will fix all the bugs that I've mentioned, and also will be adding a lot, some really cool features that I can't talk about. No way, Captain Jackson the 350? Oh, he's in 330. Yo, guys, can we, like, what's that thing when you, not stream snipe. What's that thing? Oh, raid. Can we go raid Captain Jack's, stream? Captain Jack is one of the nicest guys on Flight Sim, and if you guys can please go click the link in the chat that I just posted. Click the link, say, hey, came from the CFI Live or whatever, wanted to stop by and say hi. Subscribe to his channel, press like. He's a super awesome guy. Really, really awesome guy. Plays music through his whole stream and everything. He's super, super cool. So if you guys want to go raid his channel, be respectful, but go raid the crap out of his channel right now. Yeah, Jax, there you go. It'll release 2035? Probably. These shadows. This is ray trace shadows. You see the Snap post their website? Yeah, they posted some pictures of a automatic CRJ. Who cares about that thing, man? I talk so much crap. It's not a secret that I think it's really cool what they've done. Their modeling is fantastic. Their simulation is really good. I just don't care about the 220 all that much. It is a A320. In my eyes, you can do exactly like what I'm going to do with it is going to be A320 flights. Just it has a dumb engine sound and it maybe is a bit more efficient than a 320. Did you see the wing inspection light for... Did you use it? Yes, so at nighttime, if it's dusk, dawn, or night, or IFR, we'll use basically everything on takeoff and landings. So through 10, these will come back on like this, and then clear to land, this will come on like that. If it's just day VFR, under 10,000s like that, cleared landing, cleared takeoff, it's just that. So we have different light setups for different times. It's up to the PIC of when they want to use it. It's not a big deal if you turn a light on and it's daytime, doesn't really matter at all. but that's just the SOPs that we do. I hope you guys are rating that chat. If you guys are just tuning in, there's a link in the chat that I posted just a couple chats up. Click that link to Mr. Captain Jack's stream. We're doing a CYUL-CYQM raid on Mr. Captain Jack's stream. Go click that, say hi, subscribe. He's a really awesome guy. He's flying from Manila to Hong Kong, and it's going to be Kai Tak with the A330-900 if you're interested in that. On the subject of new planes, did you see the Majestic Q400? That one looks really cool. I can't wait for that, and I really, really hope they can bring their professional feature from FSX, where they had built-in shared cockpit. It worked very well. I'm gonna slow down so I get it here. I can speed up. Vertical speed 700. Accelerating 320. Don't worry about slowing down. I'm hopeful, but it looks like they still have ways to go. That is very true. Quite unfortunate it is. Thanks, guys, for making Jack happy. Jack's an awesome guy. Brian, if you're still here, Brian Harris, you met Jack, actually, when we were meeting near that 737 sim. Jack was the fellow with the well, I'll say the gray hair, I guess. And he was on the 737 sim when he was when we were talking fierce, yeah, from EXPO. Switch it over to mock manually, which you shouldn't have to do, but I'm gonna do because we're nearing it anyways. So we're accelerating just because Jex is behind us catching up, so we'll keep it quicker for him. But 280 knots is usually what you want to do up until 31,600 feet, where the airplane will automatically switch from IS climb to a Mach climb for you. And we'll click climb point 77, and we're back on our way. She is a beauty, eh? Old Jack Wheeler on Planet 2, 280. No, he works in radio transmitters. He fixes them up, that kind of stuff. He used to be actually a talk show host in the 80s, which is pretty cool. He kind of has that voice for it. So in all his streams, he plays music and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool, actually. It's a different vibe. It's completely different than anyone else is doing. 280, while the old Aerostar, not that far behind, not bad for a weird but cool GA plane. 280, I don't know if I understand that. I love the Aerostar though. The A2 Aerostar is really good. We're probably gonna be flying that airplane soon again too. There's too many airplanes to fly, guys. There's really too many. I want to do a Kodiak stream. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. but I want to do some of that stuff too. What does the seatbelt auto position do? Or use that during cruise, or do you use off? We use auto just because, let's say you forget to turn the belt back on through your descent. As soon as you throw the gear down, I believe the belts will go automatically set to on. So it's kind of a safety feature for yourself, that if you do forget to put the belts back on below 10,000, as soon as you start configuring for landing, they'll go on. It's kind of a nice little actually backup. So we usually only use off on the ground. In flight, we'll do auto. It's a good question, though. Kodiak, yes. Getting some yeses on Kodiaks. Cool. Loki, you want the 7.5 so bad? I want the 7.5 really badly. That plane's going to be so beautiful in the sim. Kodiak seems weird in 24, but what I've seen, it's honestly, I have a few bugs with it, not gonna lie. But we'll see if we can get it to work. Would you guys be interested in seeing the TBM 850 by chance? I'll have to buy it, but I don't mind. Oh, I should probably change freeze. That'd be cool. Love the TBM. What's the current state of the CRJ-900LR? I saw on stream last week, it caught you mentioning that it was having problems. Is there anything major going on? The airplane is, I don't know how to describe it. It works if you know how to use it from previous builds. It's not good to learn how to fly it right now because there are some bugs with it. LNAV tracking is a major issue, especially on an RNAV approach. FMS direct 2s don't work correctly. The flight model is pretty decent. We'll have to make a few changes, but it's not terrible. But the biggest thing is especially in the approach sequencing slash the adding the SIDS or stars, or changing your star or approach mid-flight. It'll like ruin the entire flight plan. It'll just start adding like a bunch of waypoints on top of each other, and it just gets really messy. So the real one doesn't do that, but there's that kind of stuff going on. The update is planned for this airplane to come out. I don't know when that is. I still don't have a beta build that I have in my hands, so I have no idea what works, what doesn't work yet. I just have the version you guys all have currently. So there is a beta build version ready, or not ready, but there is a beta build version coming out soon, I hope. And I'll be on the testing team for that. And that's kind of all. That's kind of all really I know. If the Bonanza and the Baron, are those Carenado? Because if they are, I don't like those. Mike says 2020, the only environment thing is weird. The TBM 850, love it, but does it work in 24? Don't know. I think it does. Kodiak has environment problem in 2020. That's not good. Jack says, what time are you going to do the MK stream tomorrow? Low-key want to watch that? It's probably going to be one of the earlier ones, like a 12 or a 1 o'clock stream. But if it works better for you, I can do it at the later stream. I'll probably squeeze in 2 streams tomorrow, which also, by the way, guys, if you didn't check it out already, go to my channel. There's a brand new video out on the Wingflex DAP 500 autopilot panel. The thing is really cool, and it's about 100. I think right now if you pre-order, it's 150, 60 bucks, and it's perfect for the Kodiak, the TBM, the Falcon 50, the Citation. It's perfect for that. It's really small. It'll fit in anybody's setup, and it's just plug and play, and it works very, very well. So I just made a video on that. It's called the Wingflex DAP 500. So be sure to check that out. It's really, really cool, actually. Unfortunately, I don't have a discount code for that one, but it is very, very good. Man, I need to relearn the CRJ. I used to know, but I want to operate more short haul regional. How much for another Fortnite stream? For another Fortnite stream, we'll say, I don't know. You put a price on it, 10 bucks. And then a Fortnite stream with my girlfriend members only would be like $100 dono. But just for me to do a Fortnite stream, we'll call it 10 bucks or something. Did I get passed? No, I didn't. Madison Bear on our Black Square, heard very good things about them, thinking about getting them. I can definitely look into it. Thanks for the detail. Really hope they fix this baby. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, I hope so too, my friend. It's quite disappointing what it is right now. Earlier sounds great. Thank you. Perfect. We'll do the earlier stream then. I ordered it. It's really cool. Jack, Jack, you got the DAP 500 coming? Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. It's really, really good. Probably one of the best bang for bucks you can get right now. Like of the newer things. 36 for 37. I got my first Protest Sim stuff, Airbus 350 throttles. I will probably get more over time. Nice, JBS. Hope you enjoy them. Again, the discount code that I have, code CFI, I believe, for Protest Sim, it's unlimited. You can use it as much as you want, so feel free to go ahead and do that. Might as well save money if you're going to buy them, right? Ooh, I've been wanting something like that. Not a fan of the honeycomb one. Never works. Oh my god, what the heck is that? What currency is that? Thank you so much, ATC Swede. 1676 cents, 100. I'm not well cultured. Let me look that up. I gotta find what the Swiss franc, I guess it is. Swedish, or not? Oh, I said Swiss. You're Swedish. I'm so sorry. Swedish Corona. It's a $15 donation. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. That means ATC would like to see us do a Fortnite stream tonight. It's not 100 US or 100 Canadian, so technically that doesn't count. It's 100 Swede. But I see what you're doing there. You almost got away with it. But we will do another Fortnite stream for you, as you gave us over the $10 donation there. Boston Center wants me to contact them. Thank you so much, ATC Swede. He is the reason you guys are getting a Fortnite stream. Really appreciate the support. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all this stuff. The channel wouldn't be without what it is without you guys. Boston Center, we'll call them up.
7325.
Alts cap.
7325 for Rouge 2040.
Go ahead and cruise at Mach 0.8.
And what other aircraft calling was the call sign?
Gilman 984 reporting flight level 360.
Dalma 984 Boston Center, welcome.
Boston Center Jazz 7995 level 370.
Jazz 79985 Boston Center, welcome.
Boston Center Delta 2639 passing 11,000 over.
Delta 2679 Boston Center.
Waiting for my squawk code.
The ILS runway 4 at approach.
Expect ILS 4 right approach.
Come on, squawk code.
Low easy 6621 flight level 290.
Jimmy says at Swedish Corner. Yes. I really appreciate that. It's ATC Swede. Thank you so much. I didn't know you, ATC, do you play Fortnite? We can play together.
How are you? Inundated calls here. It's WestJet 811.
Bus Center asked me to contact them. Yeah, me as well. Got the DAP 500 the other day. It's nice, but wish the VS scroll wheel was smoother. There's a great movie flight profile used. Works great with the Sovereign Honda. Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually love the vertical speed. I actually have the opposite opinion. I wish the heading and the altitude were as stiff as that one. That vertical speed feels really, really good to me. But to each their own. I'm expecting a squawk code, but we'll see when we get. All right, there's Mach 0.8. We're gonna go and scroll this back here.
JetBlue 703 Boston Center, welcome to send via the Roebuck 3 arrival runway 4 right.
So I just brought the thrust back, just gonna make sure that we're not accelerating or decelerating. We're slowly decelerating. So I'm just gonna add
and JetBlue 703
that much.
correction, Providence altimeter 3016.
Wait for it. There we go. Perfect. All you gotta do.
Boston United 597 flight level 240 on the ocean.
One at a time, boys.
Do you think I heard a United on the ocean?
You being stepped on? Yeah, just he'll come to you when he comes to you. Don't worry about it.
United 597 Boston Center, welcome to send Ocean 5, arrival runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3018.
3018, descend via the ocean for 4 right, United 597.
Scandinavian 927.
Boston, hello, Scandinavian 927, descending flight level 240, Ocean 5. We have information, Yankee.
Scandinavian 927 Boston Center, descend and maintain for now, flight level 180, fly heading, we're going to do 180 vectors for sequence.
Right, descend flight to level 180 and then heading 180, Scandinavian 927.
Your controller at ESGG in real life. That's really cool. Well, really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoy the content. Maybe we'll fly in there one of the streams.
Providence altimeter 3016.
Maybe we'll take the Fokker in there. That'd be kind of cool. Do you also stream in VATSIM or control in VATSIM as well?
Airways 264. Spiritwing 264 Boston, welcome to send via Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Providence, altimeter 3016, clear direct Provi.
Pierogi. So ATC, did you donate just to donate, or did you donate for the Fortnite? Because if you play Fortnite, I'm down to play with you.
And
We'll stream that.
264 say airspeed.
That'd be a fun stream.
Spiritwing 264 say airspeed.
Airspeed. I should keep the mic and say it for him.
Spiritwing 264, can you do 300 knots or better? Alaska 390, maintain 280 knots, facing to Boston.
Maintain 280.
All right, well, I'm pretty sure they're going to use the RNAV 24 in there.
The aircraft at flight level 300.
It was Air Canada 2019. With you.
Air Canada 2019 Boston Center, welcome. Rouge 2040, contact Moncton Center 132.2.
32.2 for Rouge 2040.
Let's put that in here. 32.2 in the
Center, Gallon
backup.
23, passing 260 390 with you.
Gallon 23 Boston Center, welcome. Jazz 7995, reset transponder, squawk 3435.
3435, Jazz 7995.
Air Canada 658.
Air Canada 658.
Air Canada 658 Boston Center, welcome. Reset transponder, squawk 3471.
3471, Air Canada 658.
$2 for a Fortnite stream.
0.639 at Joshi, cleared ILS 4 right.
That Aviation, hello, welcome. Thanks for
Virgin
stopping by.
11 Bravo Boston Center.
Is ATC too loud, too low? You guys let me know. Well, let's start getting this set up.
Center, good evening. Endeavor 5430, flight level 370.
Endeavor 5430 Boston Center, welcome.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
I just doxed him online. Anyways, 64 grand. We expect to land with 5,000 pounds. That'd be a 69,000 pound landing, giggity. Anyways, we'll go performance, takeoff and landing. And we're going to go here and we're typing CYQM. Let's bring this brightness down because holy, it is bright. We're landing runway 24. Check the speed. We're doing good. The wind down there. Refresh METAR. And calculate. 3,000 feet. We had an extra 7,000 feet available to us.
264, say again.
So we're all good to go there. Come here. We'll press set all in the speeds.
Activity.
Toy fix.
Descend via Roebuck 348.
Departure arrival. Next page. We're doing the RNAV Zulu. Let me just quickly check here. Yes. Yes, because the Yankees and RMP. So in real life, we wouldn't even have this as an option in the airplane. Do that. We're going to be via Dutik. Should work out quite well for us. Legs page. We're going to keep the discontinuity there. Next page. 69,000 pound car landing will be a ref of one. This is way off. This is 140. Way off. In real life, 69,000 pound car landing will be a roughly 130 or something like that.
4,000. Expect ILS 480.
4,000. Expect ILS 480.
Put that in there. And then holding at 202 knots. Execute that. And that's in the misapproach if needed. We're doing the. We can't do LPV. We can't do LNAV, VNAV.
Sorry, last there for a close second.
Show you guys here. So the RJ, we can't do. We don't have the NG variant.
Level 370.
We don't have the NG variant, so we can't do LPV. Can't do LNAV, VNAV. We have to do the LNAV. So it's 580, and because it's a non-precision approach, we're gonna add 50 feet on top of that. So 580 becomes 630 on the MDA. So we'll come over here. First of all, let's bring our brightnesses down. 32 Jazz 7995. I'll go and say hi to Evan for me. You guys know who Evan is. All right, cool. Switch over. Bring all our brightnesses down a little bit here. Moncton Center Jazz 7995, flight level 370, and we're planning the RNAV via Dupik 24 into Moncton. Direct Puxet Jazz 7995. Puxet to the top. That looks good. Execute that. FMS1 is captured. Perfect. Anyways, yeah, that was 630. So MDA, and we'll just scroll this down to 630, and that's with the 50 feet additive. Perfect. There's no wash channel to check. In real life, we'd have to check RAIM on this approach. We'll press index, GNSS control, NPA RAIM. Destination is CY, please. YQM goes in. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. But RAIM is basically you're checking its predictive RAIM. You want to make sure that when you put in your airport your estimated time of arrival, and it's going to check if there's going to be enough satellites to shoot your approach legally. That's a real thing we do. We don't have to do it for the LPV because we have WAS, and WAS will do it for us. But in these non-RNAV or these non-WAS, non-NG airplanes, we have to check RAIM on these RNAV approaches. In real life to make sure that we're going to have GPS coverage for our approach. It doesn't work in the sim, but we'll say we did it. So that's all good. Weather, weights, plates. I'll give you guys a brief here if you guys are ready. We're going to be conducting the visual backed up by the RNAV Zulu runway 24. It's page 12-3, effective 16th of May. Our approach was a 241. The guide check at Nabin is 1600. MDA of 630, non-LPV is set left and would be set right. The MSA on runway 24 is 2,900 feet. Misapproach is runway heading 3,000 to Cassid as required shuttle climb. The procedure will be toggle button, check thrust, flap 8, gear up, speed mode, nav mode, 3600 gauge autopilot. Coming over here, it's a 3.1 degree descent, so it's a bit of a it's a bit of a steeper descent path than normal. So we'll expect about 800 to 900 feet per minute. Tappies will be on the left-hand side. And once we make it down there, on runway 24, we're going to exit right either on Bravo, sorry, on Echo, or we'll do a backtrack and exit on Echo again. That's about it. Fuel-wise, we are expecting an extra 3,000 pounds of gas, so we have enough for 1 to 2 tries back into Moncton. If it's not weather related, we can even elect to drop our alternate and continue trying into Moncton as well. Halifax is the alternate. But you guys have all been briefed. That is your approach briefing. Any questions? Any threats? Cool. Yeah, Matt is laughing. Yeah, had to say hi. Sorry. Nico says ATC is fine. Perfect. I'm still on the list for VATSIM. Okay, perfect. Yeah, maybe one day we can coordinate. You can VATSIM control us or something. That'd be kind of cool. And yeah, if you ATC Suite, if you play Fortnite, we can play together if you want to. I don't know if you donated for that reason or you just donated to be nice, but thank you so much. Ooh, if you missed it, I was saying if anybody donates a certain amount, we'll do a Fortnite stream later on. Mike says no RNAV. Wow, yeah, no RNAV, no VNAV. We have RNAV, no VNAV. That's really an interesting procedure. Would never know about it from using the sim. Yeah, every airplane that's not equipped with WAS, you're gonna want to.
Expect RNAV Zulu runway 24. Proceed direct Dutic.
Okay, looks like the RNAV Zulu 24 with direct Dutic. We'll go direct Dutic at this time. Jazz 7995. Thanks.
Jazz 7995. Descend when ready. Flight level 290.
When ready, done 290. Jazz 7995. Execute that direct Dutic. He's given us.
Canada 658. Confirm requested approach.
He's given us 290. Now it says 2913. That's because my autopilot panel is kind of screwing up, but that'll be close enough. Let's see here. We have a tailwind of 60 knots. We'll click VNAV. 60 is 0.6. It's 10. Every 10 knots is 0.1. So 3.4 descent path. 134.7. That will move that top of descent a little closer to us. Dutic wants 4,000 feet. It wants 2,300 a minute. I'm going to start down when it says 2,600 feet per minute. So we got time.
Canada 526.
We don't expect any icing either, so we should be okay. So this is actually, let me explain this. We want to target an idle descent at 3,000 feet per minute. That's what we want to target. That's what we want to do. Currently, it's telling me to make 4,000 feet at Dutic. I need 1,800 feet per minute, or this one's not even updating. I need 2,400 feet per minute. So I want to do 3,000. It's saying you need 2,400 to make it. If I started right now at 2,400, I would require power. I don't want to do that because that takes fuel. I want 3,000 in my descent. However, I don't want to wait till it says 3,000 either, because if I do that and I'm matching 3,000 and it requires 3,000, then I have no time to slow down for 250 knots through 10. And it'd become a mess. So once this hits 26, even 2,700 feet per minute required, that's when I'm going to go down at 3,000 feet per minute, basically effectively starting my descent earlier than what it needs, and thus I'll be building in time to slow down. I have a whole descent video on my channel how we do that, but that's how we do that in real life. We want 2,600 feet per minute right now. So I know in the sim it's a little draggier than real life, but that's fine. 29,000 vertical speed. Leaving 37 for 29, 3,000 a minute, idle thrust. And it should hold about 0.74 in this descent. So we'll set 0.74. And he said when ready, so we don't have to go down immediately when he gives us the call. He said when ready, so we have time to sort out whenever we want to do it. There's something on VOR when GPS has problems, then what? It's very rare if you don't have to have enough satellites to do your approach, but if it does, you still have ILSs on most airports. Not northern airports, but a lot of airports, you still have ILS. Delta 176 asked if I was a YouTuber. That's funny. Why do you ask that? Chris says, is 35 too late to start flight training? No, man, not at all. I had people in my class, depending on what flight training you do, I had people in my class that were in their 50s. We did the ATPL. It's an integrated ATPL course. You finish in about a year and a half with basically your ATPL writtens completed, and you do maybe instructing or up north medevac, something.
2885 climbing through 16,000
and then you'll get about 1,000 hours or so, 15 depending on where you live, 1,500 required if you're in the States, and then you can apply to go to the airlines. So it's definitely possible. If you're in the States, I would recommend doing ATP or one of those very fast track programs. They're very intense and they're very fast paced, but they're very good at that. 144 Jazz 7995. Have a good day. Moncton Jazz 7995 31 descending 290. The RNAV Zulu 24 Dutic. 24.4. 24.4. Okay, we'll get Lima down to 10,000. Jazz 7995. Thanks so much. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of thrust for 290. That's not what should happen if I click that button. There we go. Back to idle thrust. Let's grab the updated weather in Moncton. 190 at 5 knots, in from 15 mile, 20 degrees, 3015, as the gentleman said. We'll put that in our standby for later. Landing departing to 4. Sweet. Information Lima has been received. So this airplane, it's in the sim, we're doing 3,000 feet per minute idle thrust, and it's slowing through 290. That's a little draggy. In real life, it's not that draggy. It keeps its speed. It would not be slowing down at this rate of descent. Actually, we're not even doing 3,000 feet per minute, so it would be doing that. Do 3,000 airplane. There we go. Frickin' airplane. Vertical speed 3 and it's doing 23. They're back to idle descent. A while back you reviewed this PR Korea CDU with the CRJ faceplate. Do you not use that anymore? I don't use it anymore for the purpose that when I to use it, you have to pop out the display right here with right alt and then clicking it, and that pops the display out, which works 100% of the time when you're using it without streaming. But if you're going to stream with it, OBS will always, for some reason, only detect the FMS pop out, and I can never stream you the actual game. So it's for that reason I don't use it. It's very good though. Is it doable to train part-time while working full-time? It is, but it'll take you a lot longer. A lot longer. You want to do at least 3 to 4 flights a week, at least, to keep the rhythm going and keep the learning progressive. Any less than that, it gets to get staggered, and it just takes a long time to complete everything. Unfortunate, just how it is. 7,000, Jazz 7995. It's kind of weird. He says make your descent. It's not really verbiage they'd use. It's more descent and maintain or continue descent. That's okay. 7,000. Again, guys, we have 7,013. It's a bit of a glitch with the Mobi flight profile. But notice right here, to get to DUTIC at 4, I need 1,900 feet per minute. Now 1,800 feet per minute. I'm keeping this 3,000 all the way down until 12,000 feet. What I'm going to do at 12 is it's a little rule of thumb. It's 12 at 12. So at 12,000 feet, I'm going to scroll 1,200 feet per minute, leave it in idle thrust, and we'll slow for 250 on the speed. So it's saying I need 1,800 feet per minute. If I were to back this off and do 1,800 feet per minute, I probably can slow down, but it wouldn't be as graceful. So we're going to keep this at 3,000. So I'm getting below my descent path right now, basically, is what I'm doing. And again, I have a whole video on my channel for descending the CRJ specifically. Just had the worst stutter, bro. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm wondering what Protosim throttles I should get next. Could get the massive Boeing pack. Could get the ATR pack. Well, I just got sent the 747 fuel panel, or a fuel, like engine fuel switches. Start switches, I guess. Those are pretty cool. But we don't have a 740 just yet, but I'll be using it when we do. 18,000 is coming up. Transition of 315 actually is what it is. 315 is set. 315 and 315. Let's go ahead and start flight recorder, just so it's ready to go. Gotta go watch the second half of USA v Belgium. Good luck with landing. Enjoy the stream. Thanks so much. Choose one. Appreciate it. Hopefully, the team you want to win wins. Whatever team that may be. Have you tried the gate static injector mod? I have a video on it actually. It's really cool, but it does decrease performance quite a bit for me, unfortunately. USA. Alright, we're direct due tick. Due tick's been sequenced into the approach, so we're all good on that as well. And we're still in terminal mode. That's going to go to approach once we pass the due tick, I believe. Alright, so we have 2,000 feet to go, and then we're going to go ahead and select 1,200 feet per minute. It's getting a little bumpy. Just a little bit. I might as well go ahead and do the... I'll give them the double chime now. We'll give them the rest of the approach checks through 10. Oh, I missed my 12,000. Let's do 1,000 feet per minute. We'll slow down for 250. So I'm just going to leave idle thrust. Do about 600 a minute. The airplane is not doing that. Vertical speed, 6. Let's do 200 a minute. So that's a bug right there. It's not replying to my commands anymore. We'll do 500 a minute. So we'll get to 10,000 in exactly 1 minute if it doesn't go past that. Slowing for 250. And then we're going to slow further to 210 once we get to Dupik. No clue how we're all fitting into YQM. No worries about it, man. Don't worry about it. Descend 5,000, Chaz. 79.95. All right, let's see. We need 900 a minute. We'll just keep 1,000 down. That'll be more than fine. Actually, we'll do descend 250. Descend 250. Leave it at idle thrust. That way we can have a little bit of time to slow down. So it needs 900 feet per minute. I'm doing 1,600 feet per minute currently. And we'll have time to slow down for 210 knots. There's Mr. Dominic way ahead. That's him over there. Let's see. Moncton approach. Moncton ground is online. 21.8. Should have mentioned you guys. I did. Oh, we're through 10,000 with my things here. Lights. already gave him the double chime. Check our weights here. That should be good. 69,000 pounds. That'll work for us quite well. All right, we're going to go descend 1,000. Add a little bit of thrust in here. Just to keep 250. Yeah, we're golden. We're golden. Do take 600 feet per minute. We're doing 1,000, so we'll be more than fine. To slow down, there's Moncton coming up. Azio 29, request 24. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. So, our approach, the way we're going to do this, we're going to get to Dupic. Around here, we're going to go flap.
7995, 4000, RNAV Zulu, runway 24, Moncton,
Okay, down to 4,000 feet. We're cleared the RNAV Zulu 24 via Dupic, Jazz 7995, thanks. Anyways, we're going to get to about this point here. We'll go flap 8, 180 knots. Well, flap 1 and then flap 8, 180. Turn it around the corner. And then we're going to go flap, gear down, flap 20, flap 30, flap 45, and then we're going to start a descent 4.3 miles back from Nabin. That's the proper way to do it. It's a little weird, but that's the way we do it on these RNAV, LNAV, sorry, RNAV, LNAV only approaches.
Cruise 2040, currently we're at Nabin, where the RNAV Zulu 24.
All right, we're going to do 200 a minute. We're going to slow down idle thrust, blowing for 210. It's not listening to me. 200 a minute. There we go. Nicely slowing back for 210. Slowing a little early, but that's fine. Still have 3 minutes to get there. Might as well be there early than late. Gonna add a little bit of thrust for 210. See how much we work on the CRJ? Just know that a CRJ pilot roughly is paid the same as an Embraer pilot, and they do not work nowhere near as hard as we do. Nowhere near as hard. There we are in our little flight. That's actually a CRJ on the icon. That's kind of funny.
Cruise 2040, if you're able, I need you off at Echo. We'll see if we can make Echo for Rouge 2040. Roger, if you can't, just go long and I'll turn you around at the intersection. Sounds good.
When I fly and step away, how can I make the CRJ stay inside a speed window so it doesn't overspeed? In a...
7995, if you're able, I need you to get off at Echo.
I will do our best for Echo, Chaz 7995. The best way is usually in cruise, 1,800 pounds per hour per side will roughly keep you roughly at cruise speeds. Roughly. All right, guys, we're going to turn the cameras on so I don't forget later. Wish I had a light that wasn't this bright. because I don't really want to use this at nighttime. There's alts cap. Add our thrust for 210, 4,000. This approach is 3,000. Perfect.
Moncton Center, hello, Rouge 1935 with flight level 290.
Rouge 1995, good evening. Continue down to 10,000, Moncton altimeter 3016, information. No correction, Mike.
Roger, we've got Mike on board and we'll descend now to 10,000 Rouge 1935.
I feel like if you told your airline I want to switch to the Embraer, would they accept? Depends. Depends on your airline. Depends on the contract. My airline currently, you have to wait 4 years to request a change of aircraft. But I wouldn't want to do that anyways. I'd probably, before I do that, I'd go left. I'm gonna go left seat on the RJ before I do that. All right, we're on the base leg. Let's go flap 1. And we'll slow 190 knots. Not even changing my thrust. I'm just keeping where the thrust exactly was. The airplane will naturally start to decelerate because of the added drag. And we'll go flap 8, 180, not changing my thrust.
Echo main apron, get at my choice for Rouge 2040.
Just keep me a little high here. I don't know why we're still alts capping, but he's keeping me very high for this approach. Should be passing this waypoint at 3,500 feet. Oh wait, what do I mean? He said, never mind. He said clear the approach. That's my fault. Let's go vertical speed 900 down. No, don't alts cap. That's a bug as well. 1,000 down. There we go. Perfect. We have GPS term.
Can you recycle your swap code and go to 3101?
All right, we're gonna go deer down. Landing checks. A little bit of power back in. Reversers arm. Flight spoiler 0. It needs 1,200 a minute. We'll continue on down then. Flap 20. 4,000 feet set for the mist. Flap 30. 156. And flap 45, 132. I know it seems really weird to get configured this far away, but that's actually what we do in these approaches. We haven't been cleared to land yet. Gear is down 3 green, flap 45, reverses are armed, spoilers are retracted, cabin advised, holding at the lights. And visual, runway straight ahead. To cross Newbin at 1600 or above. Newbin needs 900 feet per minute. Don't really believe that, seeing how we're passing it. Well, yeah, it's pretty close, I guess. But we're visual. I'm gonna get on the pappies. Clear to land 24, Jazz 7995. Thanks so much. Lights are all on. We're cleared to land. Runways in sight. Landing checklist is completed. don't know if I trust these pappies. We look pretty, we look pretty low, to be honest with you. But this is the black hole effect. There's nothing out here, guys. So all we have to go off of is the pappies, unfortunately. Check. It's visual, so we'll be stable by 500. Yeah, I don't trust these pappies. Autopilot disengaged. We're gonna hide our flight directors. This looks very shallow right now. These pappies aren't moving. Awesome. Good job, Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're at 2 miles. We should be roughly 2 miles. Roughly 600 feet at 2 miles.
500.
Stable.
Minimums.
No landing.
400. 400.
Well, this is definitely a lot harder without pappies, I'll tell you that much.
300.
I'm kind of just flying this visually based off the runway start. That's kind of it. Oh, I didn't start my recording. Okay, well, I don't think I'll be able to get a recording for you guys today. Correcting speed.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Brought her down pretty hard. Got the reverse in there. It's harder than real life, tell you that much. Especially without the working pappy. That's not really cool. Alright, by Echo he wants. Through 90. Reversers are stowed. Turn the cameras off there. Start slowing down a little bit more. If I fly ILS approach with the RNAV segment, I'll get that in just a second. 1 second here. Can't see anything. There's the line coming up, I think. Kind of. There's not even a line? This scenery break or something? Here's Echo. 21.8 Jazz 7995. Thanks so much. There's the line here. CRJ pod's a different breed. That's it. We actually followed that path. Well, there wasn't really a path, but I followed a visual pretty well without pappies. Too bad I get the recording. I'm sorry about that. We can do another landing. I'll get it for you. All right, 21.8, I believe it is, not 9. Ground Jazz 7995 is clear. Runway 24 Echo. Our flaps. Echo main apron, Jazz 795. Thanks so much. Alright, we'll go and start our APU. This is actually how useless these taxi lights are. That's actually very realistic. We'll just keep the nose light on for that purpose. This is Aerosoft's Moncton. So I guess we have them to blame for the not working pappies. Starting APU. Transponder can go standby. Weather radar wasn't ever used. We'll pick up this line over here to gate 4. Okay, or not. APU's online. Let me go ahead and get that light off, that light off. We'll get the dome light on. Shutting down number 1. I wouldn't do that many beeps for that. That's not correct. Alrighty, parking brake set. Number 2 can come down. Let's make sure the AP transferred the load, which it did. And it grabs the second one. Perfect. Belts off, pumps off, hydraulic off, beacon light off. Oh, missed that. That should have been an after landing thing. Aft cargo off, probes off as well. There we go. Steering off. Transponder is standby. And I'm gonna latch the door and we're good to go. That is it shut down. Let everybody get off the plane, then you do the full shutdown procedure. Maddie says, if I fly CRJ approach with RNAV segment or transition, when should I switch to green needles? Green needles usually comes on the point where they say clear for the approach. It's usually the last vectored segment into the final approach course. So they'll say clear for the ILS. But what? Actually, let me back up. To go green needles, if you're flying the transition, no, I was correct. Yeah, that's that. If you're being vectored, as soon as you get vectored on final, you can go green needles as soon as you got blue needles, the preview up. If you're flying the transition with RNAV mode with white needles, as soon as you intercept the final approach course straight in, then you can go heading sync, heading mode, green needles, approach, and it'll do just fine. That's once you're already lined up and ready to go. Well, let's get this airplane ready to start again, or ready to taxi. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. Thanks for all the help today, guys. We'll see you next time. And we're going to go ahead and go shoot this approach again, but this time I'm going to record it for you guys because I completely forgot to do that. Let this all start back up. Flap 45. Turn all these on. Turn this dome light off. That can all go on. Wait for all this to kind of get figured out. Hopefully it does. There we go. Get the yaw damps back on. Alrighty, so let's go do this. Oh, now GSX, well, get the heck out of here. The worst add-on ever. No one likes you. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Okay, that worked. Good. It's gonna look a little weird, guys, but trust the process here. Bring these way down in brightness. Alright, that's roughly the approach speed we want. Let's just kind of set it. So there. Bring the thrust back. Altimeter set. Oh, not that. Altimeter setting. Roughly around there. And let's bring ourselves back. Just gonna use some slew mode. Where'd the airport go? Airport? Airport? Oh, it's right there. 24. 24 is over there. Okay, I see it. Yeah, it's too bad the Pappies didn't work. That kind of threw me completely off. That is a very interesting situation. I was kind of just best guessing at the end of the approach. Luckily, it was visual. Would have been an interesting situation there. All right, we're gonna press record on my little recorder tool. Go away. It's gonna say don't sync this whole time now because I've restarted it. Okay, flap 45, gear down, lights are all on. Should be good to go. This floodlight can be turned off. Off. Really high. We'll fix that up here. So note to self, if anybody flies into Moncton in the Aerosoft scenery, the Pappies do not work. So just keep an eye on that. Put a NOTAM out for it. Because I was looking at that approach, I'm like, we look very shallow right now. And whenever you see the runway at this part of your windscreen, it's definitely not the correct line of sight for that. Getting rocked around by the winds here a little bit. That's okay. Correcting height, a little high.
Don't sink.
You can't even see the lines. Like that's really unrealistic. You can't even see anything out this window. The window's like a shade of like glue. It's like someone put glue all over it. Let's do that one again. You can't see a single thing out of this thing. I don't think that's a... Oh, you know what it might be? It might be the Hues texture mod that I'm using, because I'm using a livery, and it does do windshield effects, but I thought I got rid of them. But like you can't even see, like it should be pretty black. I shouldn't even see the light. Like I see a light halo, I shouldn't even be able to see that.
Don't sink. 20. 10.
Got the reversers. Got the nose nicely down. A little bit of right rudder. Get your brakes on. Yeah, like I can barely see. It should look like this. And that should be a lot less bright. It's not that bright in real life. They're pretty bad, actually. But anyways, let's do some replays. We're going to call it a night. I'll make it daytime so you guys can actually see. But this is actually how dark it is in real life. It is very, very dark. But it's dark, but you don't have that, like, blue washed out light effect. I don't know why that's there. But anyways. There you go. Nice. Look at that. Great stream. Thanks, my copy. Really appreciate that. Landing lights seem weaker than it should. No, they're weaker than that in real life. They're worse than that. They're actually too good. And it's actually blinding. You can't actually see anything outside. Actually, you should be able to see the line at least. But it's like someone like put like glue all over the windshield. Leaf levers also have that tint on the window. Yeah, that's very annoying, unfortunately. I wonder if we can get that changed. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Jex. We're gonna be doing the I haven't decided on the plane, but we're gonna do Milwaukee to somewhere. We got 2 more views set up for you guys, and then we'll call it a night. Look at this thing. What a beauty on approach. MK JFK. I actually don't have the JFK scenery. Not bad for not being able to see anything. Basically a Cat 3 over here. A lot of DLSS artifacting going on over there for some reason. Gorgeous approach. It is a pretty nice one, isn't it? Not bad. Need a little bit of right rudder. Plunk. Well, as you guys know, this is going to be the end of the stream. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We will see you on the next one. It'll be tomorrow, probably around maybe around 11 or maybe 1 o'clock. We'll be flying from Milwaukee to somewhere, maybe into Milwaukee. I haven't decided if it's going to be the Fokker or the Falcon or maybe TBM or what plane, but we'll figure it out. Probably 727. And then we're going to do that for Tucker and Jex. If you want to fly the MD-11, UPS used to take those into MK. Ooh, that's probably a really long flight. Where'd they take it from? Anyways, guys, we'll end it here. It'll be the last replay of the night. We will see you guys all tomorrow. Appreciate you stopping by. That'd be bye-bye from CFI. That's my new outro right there. Have a good night, guys.